It is my view, however, that the goals and vision of SCO as enshrined in its charter can show us the path forward. The charter calls upon member states to have mutual respect for sovereignty, territorial integrity of states, and inviolability of state borders, non-use of force or threat of its use in international relations, and seeking no unilateral military superiority in areas. The SCO Charter also exhorts us to maintain and develop relations with other states and international organizations and to cooperate in the prevention of international conflicts and in their peaceful settlement. Excellencies, to my mind, if we follow these unexceptionable principles, we can make a significant contribution to our regional security and indeed global security. India's foreign policy is based on these very principles and reflects our commitment to the Charter of the SCO. Excellencies, terrorism in all its forms and manifestations and its financing are amongst the most serious threats to international peace and security. Any act of terrorism, regardless of its motivation, is unjustifiable. It is important, therefore, for all countries to fulfill the obligations enshrined in the relevant counter-terrorism cooperation protocols, including UN Security Council resolutions 1267, 1373, and successor resolutions for the purpose of identifying and implementing sanctions against global terrorist entities. This is in line with the Charter of the SCO to combat terrorism, separatism, and extremism in all their manifestations. Excellencies, connectivity remains a key priority for India. We stand ready to cooperate on investing in and building connectivity in the region, while expanding connectivity. It is also important to ensure that such initiatives are consultative, transparent, and participatory, and respect the sovereignty and territorial integrity of all countries. Our approach is in sync with the Charter of the SCO for comprehensive and balanced economic growth, for integration into the global economy, and improvement of transit capabilities. India is also committed to fulfilling our obligations under the International North-South Transport Corridor and for the inclusion of the Chabahar port within the framework of INSTC. Though India became a member of the SCO only in June 2017, our relations with the SCO countries go back to several centuries. Bonds of history, geography, and culture make us natural partners. We are common stakeholders in the peace, security, progress, and prosperity of the region, and we believe that SCO can play a seminal role in this endeavor. I would like to thank all assembled here for their cooperation during India's ongoing chairmanship of the SCO Council of Heads of the States. With these words, friends, I welcome all of you once again.
Well, that's India's National Security Advisor Ajit Doval making his opening remarks at the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit, which has begun in New Delhi, India. Now, India assumed the chairmanship of the grouping at the Samarkand SCO Summit in September last year. New Delhi is holding a host of events leading up to the SCO Defense Ministers meeting. which is scheduled to take place in April this year, and the foreign ministers meeting in May respectively. And this is the first SCO-NSA meeting, which has already begun. And the person you saw on your screen was India's National Security Advisor Ajit Doval opening this forum. The Shanghai Cooperation Organization is an intergovernmental organization established in 2001, and it comprises 8 member states: India, China, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Pakistan, Russia, Tajikistan, and Uzbekistan. Russia will be attending this meeting in person. Our principal diplomatic correspondent, Sidhant Sibol, is joining us on the line. Sidhant, probably you can tell us the significance of this SCO-NSA meeting as a precursor to the forums that will be held in April and May.
Well, Eric, India is the chair of the SCO grouping this year. It got the chairmanship last year at the Samarkand summit, and India this year will be hosting the summit, as we know, in the month of July. Now, today the NSA SCO meeting is underway here in Delhi, in-person meeting being chaired by the Indian NSA Ajit Doval. We saw the statement, 2 key focus areas. First, of course, on connectivity, how connectivity projects should be transparent, participatory. This, of course, is a message to Beijing. We know that China's Belt and Road initiative passes through Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, something that has New Delhi several times. The second, of course, important aspect for India was the issue of counterterrorism. The Indian NSA pointed that when it comes to terrorism, this is something that is condemnable regardless of the motivation. Largely, he talked about SCO as a region, how important this region is. India, of course, has shared history with many of the countries, and of course, as part of that, India is planning to increase connectivity. In fact, we saw the Indian NSA emphasizing on Chabar Port becoming part of the international north-south corridor. That is a corridor that connects Moscow to Mumbai, and with Chabar becoming part of it, that will increase the connectivity in the region. But by and large, an important meeting here in Delhi, which has seen participation of all countries in person, barring 2 countries, China and Pakistan, are present virtually in this meeting that is right now underway in Delhi.
Sidhant, you mentioned Moscow in this meeting. What is the significance of Russia attending this SCO-NSA meeting?
Well, Russia is a key member of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. This is a grouping which is one of the largest groupings on the planet with, of course, a large geographical landmass. We're talking about Russia. This grouping, of course, has a strong backing by the Russians. They see the grouping as emergence of a multilateral world order, and they have been, of course, to use the phrase, putting their money on this grouping along with BRICS, of course. The fact that Russians are present here in Delhi shows increased engagement with Delhi. In fact, right now I'm standing at Russia-India Business Forum that is underway here in Delhi. So there's a lot of Russia-related events here in Delhi. The Russian NSA present here in India shows the significance the Russians accord to India. He was, of course, present in Delhi several times in the past, including after the fall of Kabul to Taliban in 2021. Immediately after that, he was, in fact, one of the first top high-level security officials to reach Delhi. That shows that how Russians have been taking India into the loop when it comes to their security issues. And I'm sure that when today there will be, of course, bilaterals as well. When the Russian and the Indian NSA sit together, they're going to discuss issues that, of course, is not only security related, but how both countries can increase their engagement in every format and also bilaterally.
Our principal diplomatic correspondent, Sidhant Sibol, thank you very much. This is the current situation in New Delhi, where the Shanghai Cooperation Organization is set to host a meeting of national security advisors and top officials in New Delhi, and the meeting has already begun. Ajit Doval is the national security advisor for India and is open the summit. You are watching WION, World is One. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.